And it's Friday, folks, April 9th, 2021. My name is Jewel, and this is the Weather Channel of J7409. Thank you so much for clicking play and checking out the weather with me today. I appreciate it very much. If you are into the weather, I would like to ask you to subscribe, click the bell, check off all, make sure you get all my latest weather videos. I would appreciate it very, very much. And if you have any weather pictures to share with us, click Show More, scroll down. There you'll find my email address to send them to. Also with my collaboration partner, Ann Dale, with Homestead at the Colony. And we had a collaboration video about a week ago. I showed you some light switches that run off of batteries, but they're LED lights. If you're interested in getting them, they're not that expensive. There's a link there. You can go check them out also. You can tell in my voice, it's not that I feel bad. There's some severe weather, folks. I mean, some real severe weather. I haven't turned on my future radar yet, but I just want you to pay attention. We had tornadoes yesterday in Bastrop, Louisiana. We had tornadoes in Tennessee yesterday. We had very severe weather down in portions of Texas with golf ball size hail. Well, that's not the half of it, folks. Today, what it's looking like, not saying this is going to happen, and Jesus, please don't let it, but it looks like 2+ inch size hail is going to fall today in many, many places. And it could go up to tennis ball and baseball. That's what it's looking like. Now, what concerns me the most, you can see I have this set at 9 a.m. EDT. You see a few rain showers popping up down here around Florida. We'll go to 10. You can see how they're moving on along. But what's going to happen later this afternoon, most of the severe weather is going to happen late this afternoon and tonight. That's what's so bad about it. I'm going to show you this low pressure moving through. Here it's starting up right now, and it's covering portions of Texas, large portion of Louisiana, moving up into southern Missouri and eastern Oklahoma. Yes, Barbara, for you. Now you see we still have these storms moving off here. 6 p.m. you can see this one's growing. This one's kind of diminishing. The second part is going to be the worst. Now, if you get any of the first, you can still get some of the second, but the second part of it, here's 8 p.m. tonight, Eastern Time. You see your timestamps up here. Here's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You can see how it's moving through. Well, this only goes to midnight. Well, these storms are going to come through Mississippi, all up into Alabama and Tennessee again. So let's get right to it. Now, we're going to look at these maps, but then I'm going to show you what it looks like for a few places. I can't show them all. The video would be too long, but you're going to get the general idea. And I do want to report that all of the large hail that happened in Texas areas yesterday was golf ball size. Now, as we look at this map, we've got a complex severe weather scenario. It's expected, it's going to happen. And it's going to unfold across the mid-south into the southeast late this morning through this afternoon. And like I'm telling you folks, a lot of this is going to also happen overnight. Nighttime's bad, I know that. But the second round, like I showed you, it's going to be even more worse than the first round. So if you go through the first round and it's bad, look out for the second round. And I'm not trying to be cute, I'm just telling you. Now, significant severe storms, including widespread damaging winds. Yesterday, some of the wind, just the wind gusts were 80 to 85 miles per hour. That wasn't even the tornado. That's just in the thunderstorms. That's going to happen again today, and I'm going to show you. Now, these significant severe storms we'll have these damaging winds. Tornadoes are expected across portions of Louisiana, northeast Louisiana, I should say, into Mississippi, especially for you guys overnight. Now, the large hail is also expected to be a concern mainly during the day across portions of eastern Oklahoma. Yes, Barbara Duffel, that includes you, into Arkansas, Louisiana, and the Texas regions. I do want to throw in here, these maps may change a little by this afternoon. I'm going to keep up on this as best as I can, okay? Looking now for the tornado outlook, 10% chance. Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, goes up to 2% chance down for the Memphis area and surrounding areas, and a small 2% chance for Virginia and portions of northern North Carolina. Now, I said the wind, look at this. It's up to 45%. It's going to be severe in Mississippi and maybe in portions of northern Louisiana. This 30% is nothing to sneeze at. Anywhere from Oklahoma to Alabama, you guys need to pay attention. This is not a tornado. This is just the wind blowing with the downdraft winds. They can do just as much damage as a tornado. They just don't last as long and move farther in one specific area. So please be aware of this also. And the hail, this large hail, very, very large hail from Oklahoma, portions of Texas, Arkansas, and northern Louisiana, and 5% also for Virginia. And this includes me in North Carolina, a large stretch of our state also. So folks, please pay attention. Please stay safe. These storms are nothing to play with. 15% chance of hail goes all the way over to Atlanta, Georgia. All of Alabama just about. Just a little bit of the Florida Panhandle. As we look ahead for tomorrow, you can see the storms will be moving across, but it dies down significantly. We do have this number 2 risk for portions of Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Panhandle mainly of Mississippi, and down around coastal Louisiana. But let's don't get on tomorrow so much. You see it there. Today is a very severe weather day, and we need to get on with it. Like I say, I've got some places here. I can't get them all, but this is going to give you a general idea. For Jackson, Mississippi, and all the surrounding areas of Jackson, Mississippi, significant severe weather event will unfold across Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi region from this afternoon through tonight. Now, a few severe storms capable of producing large hail to the size of baseballs. There it is. I'm not making it up. I'm trying to warn you folks. Could develop initially this afternoon, but expect the most widespread storms, like I said earlier, later tonight. Now, large thunderstorm systems moving across the area after midnight could bring wind gusts of up to 80 miles per hour with some tornadoes. Now, given the expectation for multiple storms in these locations, there could be a threat for heavy rain, and that could cause some flash flooding, especially tonight when these storms are more widespread. Shreveport, Louisiana, and all the surrounding areas. Scattered showers and thunderstorms expected to develop late this morning into the afternoon across portions of northeast Texas, southeast Oklahoma, southwest Arkansas, and north Louisiana. Near and north, a warm front that will lift. This warm front is going to lift north into southeast Oklahoma and southwest Arkansas. Now, some of these storms may be severe with these damaging winds, large hail, and isolated tornadoes are possible. Now, the additional showers and thunderstorms that develop is possible for this evening. That's the second wave I showed you over portions of eastern Texas and northern Louisiana, ahead of the severe squall line that will develop over eastern Oklahoma and quickly shift southeast across the region from mid-evening through the overnight hours. Now, the severe weather threat will become more pronounced with this squall line, with the damaging winds, the large hail, and the isolated tornadoes with the locally heavy rain. They should diminish northwest to southeast in the very late hours of tonight. Memphis, Tennessee, and surrounding areas, and yes, this includes Tipton County. Severe thunderstorms are possible across much of the Mid-South from late this afternoon into the overnight hours. Damaging winds will be your primary threat, but large hail and a few tornadoes are possible as well. The greatest risk will be across North Mississippi and east central Arkansas. Local heavy rainfall will contribute to some flash flooding threats going on also. And yesterday we had tornadoes in Tennessee, so be aware. Birmingham, Alabama, and all of the surrounding areas. Severe storms are possible late this morning through the evening hours across all of central Alabama. You can have damaging winds and large hail. And I can't stress, when this says large hail, I mean golf ball, tennis ball, baseball. It could be that. I hope it's not, but it could be. Then you got another round of severe storms that's going to move through late tonight and into Saturday morning with damaging winds and large hail, along with isolated tornadoes that could happen. And you could have some minor flooding. Now, for Saturday, severe storms will continue through Saturday morning for you guys with damaging winds and large hail possible, along with some more tornado threats, and locally heavy rain, of course, could cause some minor flooding. Atlanta, Georgia, and all of the surrounding areas. Good instability will combine with an upper-level disturbance. It's going to increase your potential for strong to severe thunderstorms through tonight. Western portions of the outlook area will be the primary focus for severe weather this afternoon and evening. However, a strong to severe thunderstorm cannot be ruled out across the eastern outlook area of these areas around Atlanta also, and the primary hazards should be large hail and damaging wind and heavy rain. When we hop over to Saturday, additional showers and thunderstorms are expected Saturday, for the potential for strong to severe storms continuing with these damaging winds, large hail, and locally heavy rain will be the primary hazards. And by Saturday, you can't rule out the chance of a brief tornado. Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and all the surrounding areas. You have this threat for severe weather today, mainly along and east of I-35. A dry line should approach I-35 by mid-afternoon today. Now, if any storms can develop along the dry line, they will be severe, with large hail and damaging winds, and isolated tornadoes also are going to be possible. Then later tonight, a line of severe thunderstorms along a cold front will move out of southeast Oklahoma and into parts of North Texas. Now, areas northeast of the Metroplex from Greenville to Paris, Texas, and across our eastern areas from Canton to Athens may see some of these storms tonight. Damaging winds should be your main threat during this time. Now, this afternoon, there's going to be a high grass fire threat behind this dry line, so be aware of any burning. Miami, Oklahoma, surrounding areas. West central Arkansas, surrounding areas. Okay, you got scattered thunderstorms. They should develop by mid to late morning. Now, they're going to have a limited risk of severe weather, with hail being the expected hazard. Hail should be the biggest hazard now. The conditions will become, though, increasingly supportive of severe weather late this afternoon, especially across much of eastern Oklahoma. A cold front's going to move into the northeastern sections of Oklahoma this afternoon and focus storm development. Now, these storms will likely quickly become severe with large hail and damaging winds. Now, initial storms ahead of the cold front may pose a risk of tornadoes. Otherwise, storm coverage will steadily increase along the advancing front, with damaging winds becoming the predominant hazard. Like I have said, these winds could gust 80 to 85 in places, folks. Please stay safe and be aware. Now, as you move a little further south across southeast Oklahoma, uncertainty exists on whether these storms can develop prior to the cold frontal passage. Now, should storms develop ahead of the front, the potential for all severe weather hazards will exist, including tornadoes, and the storms ongoing along the advancing front will also sweep across this region with a continued risk of severe weather. And the severe weather potential will extend through western Arkansas and primarily associated with the line of storms along the cold front. Damaging winds, large hail, these seem to be the most prominent things, and storms will push further east into Arkansas by late evening hours. Please stay safe, folks, and be aware. I will leave you with the 3-day NAM map. This goes through 2 p.m. Sunday afternoon. You see a timestamp. Folks, please share this video with your family and your friends and on your social media. If you're down anywhere in these severe areas I have talked about this morning, please be aware it's not going to be a good trip. It's going to be a bumpy ride. And I do want to include, like all of you guys up here, say from Oregon, Idaho, Montana, all you guys, Washington State, you've been in the 50s and you've been warm. You see a little bit of snow that's going to be passing through, but it will cool up after this system gets through for you. It won't be bitter cold, but it's going to be a little cooler than usual coming up in the next few days for you guys. So folks, please share this video. Stay safe. Be blessed. Peace, love, and kindness to all of you. Thanks for everything you do for me. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching.